it was approved on a very fast pace, and you can see that we started construction on May 2017. And at that time in Ramadan, we promised the community that inshallah next Ramadan we are going to offer in our masjid, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was so kind and merciful, we were able to fulfill that promise, and we opened the masjid in May 2018, just 2 or 3 days before Ramadan. So these are all various steps where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been very kind and very merciful and helping us every step of the way. And then with this continued mercy, we were able to pay the final installment on the land in November of this year. And that's why we are here to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have been thanking Him all the time, but we will take this time to do it together. And inshallah, what we now plan to do, that we want to increase the parking space, and Brother Khalid will show you that after we make the dua, and we'll go through that part later on. So this is just to show that when we bought the land, we took the possession, we put the board there, and all community members who were involved, we gathered there and took a picture. So I thought I'll just show it for old memories. Okay. This is just a quick cost, the total cost so far. The cost of the land was $6,923,160, like $6,923,160, and all the construction of all the services and the parking and the roads and this building, that total cost was $2.268 million. So this is just a quick snapshot of where we started and where we have arrived. So any questions? And then we'll go to dua. Alhamdulillah, nahmadu wa nasta'inu wa nastaghfiru wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa nashhadu anna sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Verily all praise is for Allah, and all gratitude is for Allah. We thank Him and praise Him and seek His forgiveness, and we seek His refuge from our evils and from the evils of our actions. Whoever He guides, no one can misguide Him, and whomever He lets go astray, no one can guide him. And we bear witness that there is no God except Allah, who has no partners, and we bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is His slave and His messenger. Alhamdulillahi alladhi waffaqna li bina'i baytihi walhamdulillahi alladhi waffaqna li khidmati dinihi. All praise and gratitude is for Allah, who made it possible for us to build His house, and all praise and gratitude is for Allah, who made it possible for us to serve His deen. Alhamdulillahi alladhi a'ana ala sidadi thamani ardil masjid. And all praise and gratitude is for Allah, who helped us pay off the price of masjid land. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamd anta fatiru samawati wal ard, lakal hamd anta qayyimu samawati wal ard wa man fihin, ولك الحمد أنت رب السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن ولك الحمد أنت نور السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن أنت الحق وقولك الحق ووعدك الحق ولقاؤك الحق اللهم ربنا لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه غير مكفي ولا معد ولا مستغنى عنه ربنا اللهم ربنا لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه ربنا لك الحمد ملء السماوات والأرض وملء ما شئت من بعد وملء ما شئت من شيء من بعد وأهل الثناء والمجد أحق ما قال العبد وكلنا لك عبد اللهم لا مانع لما أعطيت ولا معطي لما منعت ولا ينفع ذا الجد منك الجد ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك ولعظيم سلطانك عدد خلقك ورضا نفسك وزنة عرشك ومداد كلماتك اللهم لك الحمد حتى ترضى ولك الحمد إذا رضيت ولك الحمد بعد الرضا اللهم ابسط علينا من بركاتك ورحمتك وفضلك ورزقك اللهم وفقنا لأن نبدأ المرة الثانية من مشروع MNN وبارك لنا في مسجدنا ومركزنا واجعلها خالصة لوجهك الكريم برحمتك وفضلك يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, make it possible for us to start the phase 2 and shower your blessings over our masjid and make it purely for your pleasure by your mercy and bounty, O Lord of the universe. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. So now we'll go to the plans. First of all, Brother Khalid will show us the parking, additional parking plan, and then we'll go to the phase 2. Close, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I will be giving a brief introduction for phase 2, and we ask Allah at-tawfiq to finish phase 2, inshallah, as we did for phase 1. Actually, phase 2 is divided into 2 phases. Phase 2A, which will be the parking expansion, and phase 2B will be the building itself. So if you realize that, I'm going to bring here the site plan. So actually, this will be the proposed site plan for the new parking spaces. Currently, we have around 175 parking spots. I don't think so. It's going to be more than that. Can you see it? But you are familiar with the lot, I think. So currently, we have 175 parking spots. So when we did the master plan for phase 1, we planned the expansion for the parking spaces and the building for phase 2. So if you look at here, we put the road in the middle inside the lot, and we left that area at the front for the building. And also on the west south corner, that area, we had it to expand the parking spaces. So in that area, we extended the parking spaces, and also we created an outdoor basketball court. And along the properties, along the neighbors here, we extended the parking spaces because you see this is the exit from from the lot. So there will be parking spaces on the both sides. And on the east side, where you have the stormwater bond, so we extended also the parking spaces over there. So the total parking spaces after this proposal will be 415 parking spots. We don't know yet if this number will be enough for phase 2 or not until we finalize the building area, because the zoning bylaw calculated the parking spaces based on the building area. So the more area we have, the more parking spaces we should provide. So for now, we should be okay, but we have 2 plans just in case if we had a shortage in the parking spaces. So plan A, we could provide traffic study, like to justify that the number of the required parking spaces based on the neighborhood and the area could be compromised based on that study.
Before you go to phase 2, let's just talk
about the parking spaces. Okay. So,
is it clear that we will be building parking spaces on this side behind the green area here, along the road there, and along the road on this way? So we will have how many? 400?
415.
So this will take care of all those people who have to park on the roads and things like that. So inshallah, that's why we are doing it early, so that all this parking is available for Musallin on Fridays and inshallah in Ramadan and Tarawih Salah, etc. So is that clear? Everybody understands that? Okay.
Okay.
Parking spot right now, how much you told me?
175.
That means it's almost 300
The question I have, is there any plan to get a traffic light on the intersection of Ridgeway and Odyssey? So there is a lot of issue with taking a left.
Yeah, so we can do whatever is in our power. About the traffic light, this is not something we do. City has to make a decision and they have to do it. And the city will do only when there is enough pressure and enough need. So if they hear enough from enough people that we need a traffic light there, and also the new buildings are being built, as you know, commercial area, then they may start thinking about it. We had tried in the past, we talked to the councillors, but they did a traffic study and they said it was not justified. And also, we requested all the community members to write to the councillors. Not enough people wrote, so unless we talk and we demand, people won't do anything. So we can only address what is in our control. The other things, like traffic light and whatever other facilities are needed, that community has to work together and put pressure on the city and demand that, and inshallah it will happen.
Inshallah.
Okay. So any question, like the parking matter is clear, we can go to the phase 2 now? Okay, let's go to phase 2 now.
Okay, so for phase 2, when we started putting the conceptual design, we did some studies, and we faced some challenges. So the first one is the Qibla direction, because if you see the area that we left for the parking space is a rectangular area. And if we rotate the building the same way we did for this one, then we will use spaces on the corners. Okay, this is number one. Number two, if we come here to the parking, so the entire area will be filled with cars. So now we don't have any outdoor space anymore. Okay, so no gathering, no outdoor gathering, no activities will be done. Okay, because the building here is occupying the entire space. This is number two. Number three is the basement. So we tried to put all of the social activities in the basement, but at the same time, in order to provide the barrier-free accessibility, now most of the buildings start, doing the basement below grade to provide the access directly to the building. Same like this one, to avoid the ramps, ups and downs. So in this case, we want to make like a live basement, not a dead basement, so to bring more light to the basement. So these are the major 3 challenges we faced while we were start putting the conceptual plan. So if we go here, the first step, we located the building on the empty area, and in the middle, we put the masjid and the gym together. Yeah, now it's working. And so the second step, we rotated the masjid, the cube, towards the Qibla. Okay. The third step, we added the minaret, and also in order to create an outdoor space, even for Eid Salah, for bazaar, now like this year we did some activities outside. So we lifted up that cube, the masjid and the gym, okay, to create the outdoor space underneath that cube. So by this, now we created 3 buildings, okay? So one of them, the 4-story, the second one, or the middle one, is the masjid and the gym, and the third one is 3-story at the back. So in order to connect these 3 buildings, we created that link, hallways between the 3 buildings in order to give connectivity between them, just in case if someone wants to go from here to there. Okay, this is the location, the general location on the site. Okay, just I want to give you the idea about the entrances. So the main entrance will be towards Odyssey. Okay, and we have secondary entrance at the back, because the majority of the parking spaces are there, and also to give connectivity with this building. Okay, and on the east side we have the entrance to the open space. So I'm going to start floor by floor. So we will start with the basement. So for the basement, we tried to put all of these social activities on the basement. So the major activity will be the multi-purpose hall in the middle, the brown one, or it shows gray. Anyway. So this one. So it could be divided into 2 or into 4, or even into 6. So there is a flexibility to divide this space, or it could be used as one space. So our target is to give it as a banquet hall for any kind of social activities, wedding, for the community members, they can rent it out. At the same time, we can use it as a conference hall.
How big is the hall?
This hall is 110 by 100 feet. So there is a flexibility to be used. So as I said, in general, we put the social activities here. There is a big cafe and sitting area, and also the youth activities and the lounges will be on that side. So there will be some activities like table tennis, billiard for the kids or for the youth to use that space. And at the same time, we provided a kitchen to serve that hall, and at the same time to serve the cafe. So the major idea here is to attract the youth to use that space. Like if there is any basketball game or soccer game, there will be like big screens, so they can come, have coffee, watch the game, stay there for a couple of hours, the seniors as well. So it will be like a kind of attractive area for people to come to use the space. There are other spaces like meeting rooms on the corner if we are using this space for the conference, for any conference. And also there are additional rooms here, could be used for any activity decided afterwards. The major thing is to bring light to the basement. We created 2 voids here, one on the west side and one on the east side, the north side. I will show you some images. You can visualize it better to bring the light to the cafe and the youth activity area. Okay, so when we go to the main floor, So the the four-story building will be at the front and will be used for the school. Okay? And the three-story building at the back will be used for the activities or the services associated with the masjid and the center. So at the front here, we have the main lobby and the school administration, plus MNN administration, which we have offices and boardroom. And this is the area that I talk about, which is the outside area for gathering. And the gray area here, this is the enclosed area that gives the connection between the two buildings. So you have the choice either to go through the open area to that side, or you still in the winter, you can use that hallway. It's temperature controlled to reach the other side. So there are two options for that. So, on the corner there, we put the funeral services, and we provided a service road here for that purpose. And this will be the other entrance to the masjid from the south side. We provided also washrooms and wudu area on the main floor as well. There are 4 vertical circulation towers. So we have stairs and elevators. So this will be quite enough to accommodate the people easily to go in and out. Plus we have 3 fire escape stairs distributed along the building. On the second floor, the school starts, classrooms over there, and that area is given as a lunchroom for the students. So it is still connected, as we said, with that hallway. So this will be all part of the school on the second floor. On that corner, we provided the Sisters Fitness Club, and it is completely private. So nobody will reach there unless it's going there. Okay, so this will be like completely private for the sisters to use. When we go to the third floor, the school continues with classrooms, but it stops here. Then we're going to see the masjid and the gym. The idea behind putting them back to back is to provide expansion during the Salah, Jum'ah, and Taraweeh. So the gym could be used as a prayer hall as well. So that area for the masjid, the top one, is 65 feet by 110 feet. This one is 60 by 75. So it's like 1.6 times this capacity, okay? We did like rough calculation. This accommodates now 500. So for this prayer hall, the new masjid, it could be 800 to 900 musallin. If you use the gym, we multiply it by 2. If you use the open space for like big, like Jum'ahs or Taraweeh even in nice weather, it will be multiplied by 4. Inshallah, it's like around 3,000 plus capacity for the entire building for musallin. Now, on that side, there are some services associated to the masjid and the gym, which are the lockers, washrooms, and wudu area. And also, we are providing a babysitting room for the sisters to be used as well. And on the corner, we have, it's lounges or apartments. So an imam office. Like if there is any conference, some speakers coming from outside Canada, they could be accommodated here. The imam also could be accommodated here as well. When we go to the 4th floor, it's just only the school, which we provide the rest of the classrooms. Okay.
How many classrooms?
Please hold the questions to the end.
To the end, okay, no problem. Okay, so now we're going to show you some outside views for the proposal. Like this here, you are seeing the building when you are coming from Ridgeway towards Odyssey to enter. So this is the 4-story building, which we have the school. This is the main entrance. And this is the white one is the masjid and the gym. And this is the entrance to the to the open space underneath. That area is the Sisters Fitness Club. Is another view. So in general, any space that needs connectivity between the inside and the outside, we provided full glazed area. This area is the area that is connecting the buildings, and we put it like completely glass to be light and to feel that you are using the building in a temperature control area, but at the same time you are connected with outside. Then we rotate the other corner, continue, and that the west-south corner. This area is the lunchroom for the students, and this is the second entrance to the building. Still the connection between the 3 buildings is there. And the last view from the northwest corner. So we see here the same thing, the school, and these are the offices, the administration for the school and for MNN. If you realize that the building, the masjid doesn't have any windows or glazed area, so we used the roof to provide the skylight. So you can see it from here. This is from the front, the entrance, and these are the skylights. It's completely hidden. You don't see it from outside. But as soon as you walk in the masjid, then you're going to see like very bright area with a lot of light. And those 2 are the voids that we created for the basement to bring sunlight. So the other view, the other side, this is the south side coming from this building. This is the entrance, and you can see the same thing. We have the skylights. We rotate. This is the west. We created another void here for the basement to give outdoor sitting area for the cafe. Same thing. Now I'm going to provide you with some interior views. This is the area that I am talking about, for gathering. Right? It's completely weather control for wind, for cold, draft, for rain. So people, they can enjoy sitting there, but at the same time getting fresh air. It's not enclosed. And we can use it for, I don't want to repeat, many activities, same like as we did for this year, even for Eid Salah as well. And this is the same thing. So the idea behind that is we realized that all of the masjids here, because there is no enough space. So people, when they finish the Salah, they go outside, they start talking, socializing, but they can't continue. Either because of the weather, there is a rain, cold, or they are people coming for the next Salah. So they will be rushed to leave the space. We want to change that culture. We need people to stay on this space as much as they can. We need to consider it everyone's second home. So you can sit here, talk, socialize between the 2 salahs, even you can sit until the next salah easily, no noise, no bothering for people praying after you. And this will give, like, even for the youth, we need to create a building that they feel that this building belongs to them. So they come here instead of going to other community centers. When they stay here for a long time, prayer after prayer comes and they can pray, at least two salahs. This is now the connections between the buildings. If you see, everything is open to the sky, glazed, and open to below, connecting those buildings together, temperature control. this area. Now we're going to go to the basement. So this is the cafe. If you see here, it's not a basement anymore. So it's like a lot of sun light coming to the basement. Where you are sitting here, you see the sky. Okay, so I will provide other views. This is the youth activity area, so they can sit here, talk, chat while they're waiting for their turn, looking at the sky, sunlight. Everything is as they are sitting on the ground floor. Same thing from there, another view. And this is on the west side. So you feel completely you are outside. It's not like a dead basement anymore. And this is the area that we need more people to stay most of the time. Either like for, as I said, if there is any game during the day for seniors, they can stay here for a while. Another view from different angle. And another view as well for that area. Okay, thank you very much, and jazakumullahu khairan for listening.
Yeah, questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
How much is the estimated cost of the construction?
Not yet. We are still, this is just conceptual. It's not, we didn't go into details yet. Even you see the spaces, just we put them in color, we didn't design them. Like, for instance, the funeral service, we didn't design the funeral services. So each space will be designed by itself. This is just called conceptual. It's just to see how we put things together. If we succeeded in achieving something the community will like for this generation, for the coming generations as well.
Okay, just a moment before I continue taking questions. Keep in mind that this is just an idea which we are presenting to you. It's not final design yet, and after final design, more detailed design has to be done, so keep that in mind. So, brother, yes, go ahead. Brother Akhtar Baka and brother. Yes. Okay, Anis.
So what's the plan? We will go the whole construction in once, or you go in the park? Or where will we start? Like for the masjid, will we start from the masjid or from the building?
Okay, once the design has been finalized, then we will be able to see that how we can make it in phases, because what do you think will be the cost of this building?
So let us start first with the parking, because we have two phases.
No, yeah.
You are talking about this or the parking?
Not the parking.
Oh, this one. This one, yeah, you are looking for like 250 per square feet. So the more area we have, the more cost.
Okay.
The intent of the question is that we cannot build such a big structure in one go because of the financial.
Yes.
Can it be built in steps? Like this is built now for worship. So can we build the mosque and the other structures later?
Yes, we will be, as I mentioned, that once the design is finalized, we will have to see, and will have to incorporate into the design that we should be able to build in phases, because perhaps we won't be able to do all at once. So it will have to be done in a reasonable manner without increasing cost too much. So that will be one of the considerations when we finalize the design. So right now it's just conceptual. Before I come to you, Brother Jamal, and then you, Brother Jamal, go ahead.
As you mentioned, it's a conceptual design. So to make it a form design or approved design, so what phases will be required and who will be approving the final design? Like from concept to the final design, what are the phases? To get it approved from the community or?
No. As you know, Brother Jamal, very well, we are just seeking, like giving some ideas to community that what we are thinking, so that we can also get some feedback. Final decision will have to be made by the presentation to the board of directors, and board of directors will make the final decision what route they want to take and what design they want to adopt.
One question is like the feedback from the community, like what's the process of getting feedback from the community, if the community needs any change in the concept Yeah, so people can send us their comments, and then obviously they will have to be looked at by the engineers, what is possible, what's not possible, and they will try to incorporate them when those ideas come. So just a moment. Yes, brother, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Khalid. It's really nice. Is there, because this is just I mean, primary or brick design, is it possible to put a dome over the masjid area just to look as any jama or any masjid, just a dome, or even the minaret? I mean, like whatever we see in masjid and mosque and jama. It's look like any buildings, like any school or any. So this will make it more as a jama.
Okay. We put that into our consideration. The only thing here is your question is your point is very, very good, and we had it in our mind on the design. We need to do because we are in Canada, we need to do something like to incorporate the Canadian modern architecture. And we need to blend it with the Islamic architecture. So because when we design this building, we're looking for the coming generations as well. So we need to have a building, the youth, at least to feel that, this building belongs to here. Okay, they can come and see it. So, however, we will add some elements, like for instance, the minaret. This is preliminary. And the Islamic architecture, we are planning to add it more inside the building, like on the design, on the walls, on the floor. We can add those kind of features, Islamic features, inside the building as well.
Yes, please, go ahead.
For this location and for this zoning, how much height is allowed by the city to build? This is my one question, and second is that even if we have concepts, those concepts should be in alignment with the city's approval. So our concepts, if they are deviating a lot from city's approval, then we will have a time losses in the future.
Okay, good question. Actually, we have done a pre-application consultation with the city. We applied for that, and then all of the departments, and we gave them conceptual drawings, and we had a meeting, and they provided their feedback. So in order not to do mistakes during the design, so that step is done already. Regarding the height, there is no limit for the height in this area.
Okay. Any other question from this side? Yes, brother, go ahead.
I like the design. It's very upscale and modern. Interior looks very good. It's very appealing. I also like the idea other brothers suggested. Minar, can you put it on a tower to show our heritage, our culture, if possible? Also, you mentioned about the occupancy is about 3,000 total. If I'm not mistaken, earlier you said.
Oh, for Musallin?
For total.
Yes, if you use.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a prayer hall, like a Salah hall, that will take about 900 people. Then immediately behind the prayer hall, we have a gym the same size. So that will take another 800 people. So that is to cover most of our needs. But if on Eid Salah or some other time we need more space, the open space he mentioned under the masjid area, so we can easily use that. So that's how he came up with more numbers.
That's great. So how about the parking? Because you think the parking plan
Okay.
meets the criteria for the
Oh yeah, so we'll come to the parking. Let me take two more questions. We'll discuss parking in detail. Okay, yes, brother, go ahead. There will be some area of like in the basement or in the main floor. There will be some area which can be rented, but we have to be very careful because of the tax laws. Only the a charitable organization can have a very limited area where they can take income from. So that will be a consideration kept in the final design. Okay.
There was another hand. Yes.
So there was this mention of the classroom. Do you plan to initiate or start formal classes, school or educational program, a certain schooling?
Okay, so we are providing the capacity in inshallah in due time. That will be a step as well. Okay, coming to parking, just before. Okay, go ahead.
Right. So, what is the basic purpose for the presentation today? Is just give the signal for the fundraising?
The purpose is to get community involved when we are designing it, so people can understand what's going on, and if there is anything they are concerned about, they can give the feedback, so that before we spend too much time in making the final design, we have taken community into the confidence, because it's not my masjid or his masjid or anybody's masjid, it's a community's masjid, so we want community participating every step of the way.
So at the end of the day, you are going to raise the funds and all these ones. Do you think all the masjids in Canada, they are having the full utilization here? They are utilizing the masjid. Do you think this is not like Islam to spend that much money?
No, we are talking about this mosque right now. We are not talking about Canada, please.
No.
Take care about only.
We are asking for the
I'm asking question for a MNN right now here. Please.
Take it easy, please.
Okay, so we will explain. Yes, go ahead, brother.
We appreciate what you are presenting today. It's really nice presenting, and we appreciate your effort to doing this and connected with ours, which is our all community, and which we are living area, and presenting our Islam to others. It's really modern, and for another generation, not for only for us. Maybe our culture, our background is going to only for Islamic culture or something like this. But this is showing a little bit modern, even for Canadian, which is non-Muslim also. They like it, which we appreciate. It's really go ahead, and we thankful for this presenting. Really, it's nice from your side to make connection with community, to share it with us, your information.
Jazakumullah khair. Yes,
This
brother.
year he
Are you
wants.
going to add a soccer field or something?
Say it again, sorry.
Are you going to add a soccer field?
Soccer field, we have a basketball court
Yeah, so
outside.
see,
But we have a
community-
gym. We have a gym. You can play inside soccer.
Okay, right, but
But
you know,
wooden floor.
the community center has two big soccer fields, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, brother.
Is there a library in the conceptual design?
There is a library for the school. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it could be used.
Part is isolated.
Okay, yes, brother.
Sorry, just for my clarification, the main prayer hall, is it like, on the ground level? I mean, or do you have to use the elevators to get there?
Okay, so the main hall is, you can say, second floor. So because the first floor, when you enter the building, it is all the open area for socialization. For prayer hall, you will take stairs or elevator to go to the second floor. Okay, so the question was outstanding for parking. Let's clarify the parking. As when we add the parking area, which we have discussed today, so we will have 450 spots, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then once we submit our design to city, we will see that what city requires. And if we can fulfill that requirement, that's fine. Otherwise, we have an option. What we'll do in the parking which we are building there, we will make it multi-story parking. So that will take care of everything. So that's what the plan is.
That's exactly what was in my mind, that if we take the future construction of, do multiple floors at the back.
Yeah, so inshallah, the way it will be designed, then the parking behind here, it will be multi-level parking.
Did you mention what would be the functionality once that part is done?
This one we'll see what the community needs are. This will be continue to be used for the community needs. Inshallah, yes. Okay. Yes, brother. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, oh, sisters have any questions? Any, yes, sister.
I'm not sure how it works. Can you hear me? Okay, so I'm not sure how it works and how the finance works, but do you expect any consortium or any kind of a grant from other mosques, from the city, from Mississauga, from Toronto, from the government, any grant for this special project? Like the money, yes. I'm talking about the money, the financial.
It was working.
Huh? Yes. Once we have the design taken care of, then we are going to, inshallah, look at how it's going to be financed. So there will be all kind of fundraising strategies we'll be using, and whatever avenues are available, we'll use them. So it all depends, all of us, because it's our project, not mine or anybody's. So we will all put our heads together and see what avenues are available for raising the needed funds. Okay? So, yes, brother.
Regarding the female or ladies, is it separated or just like
We are not gone into those detailed design yet, brother. So we are still talking about concepts. So let's just take one step at a time. Okay, yes.
What's going to happen to this masjid?
Yeah, he just asked. Yeah. So we'll continue using this masjid as masjid until that masjid is built. And once that masjid is built, then we will be using this building for a lot of other community and youth and seniors needs, because there is always needs. As our community is increasing, our needs will be increasing as well. So we will be using this area for many decades in future, inshallah. Okay.
For major steps, timelines for major events in parking extension and building construction, what are the time frame we are talking about?
We cannot talk about time frame as yet, because we have to go step by step. So let's just
For the parking expansion, the drawings are almost ready.
Yeah.
So maybe before the holidays we might submit for
Okay.
building permit.
That I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
But let's just finish about the concepts. If there is any other questions, then we can. There are three more slides. Then we'll close. Yes, brother.
Will the concept be available on the website in order for the community to see and if they want to do the feedback?
Once it is more formalized, then inshallah, yes, we'll put it on the website as well. Okay? Okay, let's just quickly. Okay, so as we have done everything so far in phases and step by step, our next step is to build the parking. And I asked our engineers who are designing, by the way, we are going to submit this request, inshallah, before Christmas holidays with the city. So inshallah, by 20th December, we hope to put the application for approval of this parking plan with the city. So I asked the engineers who are designing it that give us a rough estimate. So the total cost of this, just the parking and the base basketball court which we want to build in the parking area, this will cost us $500,000. One of our Musallin has, mashallah, already donated $100,000 particularly for this parking project. So we will need to raise $400,000 for parking. So, and this is the opportunity that I'm mentioning, that if you, and let other people know as well, that if you donate before December 31st, you will be able to claim the deduction in your, when you file your tax in February or March. So that's an opportunity. So this is a target now we have to strive for, that we need to raise about $400,000 for extending this parking. So as you can see, just a quick recap, that it will be the phase 2 building will be Masjid Gym.
It's not shown. Yeah, just 1 second.
What's that?
It's not there.
Oh. It's okay. As you can see, Brother Khalid has shown it to you, that the phase 2 will be Masjid, gym, school, community center, community gathering and socialization place, youth attractive facilities, senior activity center, women fitness facilities, conference hall. So all these things will be there. But inshallah, once we go further, there will be estimate provided, and we will start sharing it with you. But for now, we will close our session here just with the request that let's put our efforts together to finance the expansion of the parking, and inshallah we'll continue with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and generosity of all the community. We'll continue progressing step by step. Yes, Brother Subhi.
I just want to make a final point. Jazakallah khair, Brother Khalid, for presenting that design. One thing is, I know there is a lot of people here who may be new to the community, have been here new in the masjid. What you see here on the screen, Jazakallah khair, the board of MNN, all of the facilities that you see there that came from a survey to the community already. So what Brother Khalid is presenting is, in terms of a school, in terms of fitness, funeral, musalla, these came from already a survey that was sent to the community. And that's what Brother Khalid is basically putting it together in that design for all to present it to us. So what Brother Khalid presented to us today, it's just a concept, it's a very early concept. We wanted to make sure you guys are looking at this, giving feedback, because inshallah we want to advance in the design. So the feedback that we get from you, the earlier the better. So if you guys, Jazakallah khair for coming today, think about it, send any comments to the MNN, to Brother Ayub or the board, and let's know about what you guys think about what you need there. Okay? So Jazakallah. So I just want to make a point.
Jazakumullah khairan, Jazakumullah ahsan al-jaza. So we have some baklava sweets for everybody, inshallah. So on your way out, you can get a packet for yourself. So I hope that it was informative and useful session, and inshallah we'll continue having these kind of sessions regularly in future.
Inshallah.